Hey everybody, it's Patty the Tinker's wife here in a sweltering hot Portland, Oregon. Yes, it's boiling. It is probably 110 or 11 by now. Maybe more than that because it's now 4 o'clock and it was 109 at 2:30. Yeah. Anyway, it's supposed to get to 114, 115, something like that. So it won't be long. Within 2 hours, I will know what the high temperature was today, and I don't know if I want to. Anyway, I wanted to share with you a crazy redneck idea that I came up with that really helps to beat the heat. And this idea came out of necessity, and I got the idea in the middle of the winter when I was watching somebody insulate their house that they were building. Somebody I follow on YouTube, and they were putting in insulation board. But before I show you what I did, I want to welcome everybody who's here for the first time and anybody who's new to my channel and subscribers. I thank you so much for joining the community. For those of you who haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. For all of you, please click the like button, or if you don't like it, click the don't like button, but click the button. And if you want to get more notifications of more videos that are coming out, please click that bell and they'll notify you, hopefully. We know that nothing is perfect in technology, right? Well, anyway, jokes aside, let me get to this. Yeah, the windows that I've got in my kitchen face east and south, and they get sunlight all morning into the middle of the afternoon, and it gets really hot in this if I don't have anything covering them in the summertime. And I used to just use like cardboard that was probably twice the thickness of toilet paper rolls. I kid you not, sheets of cardboard. It kept the light out, did not keep the heat out. It did not have the insulation factor that I needed. And so after my husband died and I was going to have to, fend for myself more and think more on my own, the old brain kicked in, especially that first summer after he passed away, and it was a little warm and I was, I needed something. But so I decided that year I needed to come up with something different. And over the winter, I ran on to somebody insulating their house, a video, and I realized that that was what I needed to insulate my windows. So I got on the, Home Depot, Lowe's websites, and I looked around on Google, and I found a product that works really, really well. And let me show you what I've got here. Back way up. That is Artec insulation board. It has mylar on the outside, so the light reflects back out instead of beating in here and bringing more heat with it. That's the east window, that's the south window, and those are 3 foot by 4 foot windows, so that's a lot of window, a lot of bright light. And as much as I miss having the light, it is so much better having this be covered. And I know it ain't pretty, folks. I'm not looking for pretty, I just want it to work. And so that's what this is about. So I'm going to set this back down again, and I'm going to explain how I cut it, because some people want to use a box knife and some people want to use a hot knife. That's what most people use to cut these with. Some people will use electric bread knives, which actually work pretty good on regular styrofoam. I don't know how they work on this because it's got plastic sheets on both sides. That's a printed mylar, I think, on the inside here, and the other side's just the silver mylar. What I used was this Victorinox serrated knife. You can see the serrations there. This thing is not very sharp. I'm gonna run my fingers. If I ran it across my hand, it would definitely cut it. But all I did was I poked it in to probably about that far. So what is that, like half an inch, maybe at the most. And I ran it down the line I wanted. And let me explain how I did the lines. You can see that it has writing here. There are some of them, the ones in the living room, I cut right down that line there. Because I had to fit the whole sheet, which is 8 foot by 4 feet, into my little Isuzu Rodeo. And it's not, the car is not as big as my old town and country. It's not as wide, so limited space. So anyway, that's what I did. But you cut it. I used those. Also, you can use these. I didn't have a straight edge when I went to Lowe's a couple days ago. All I had was this in the parking lot. I'm like, I hope there's not a police coming. I think this is over. Is that over 6 inches? You know, you get in trouble for carrying blades around. It's like, officer, all I needed was to cut my foam board. They won't cut it for me in the store. But last time I tried it with a box knife. It was a mess. This works so much better to run it down, just slicing through that outer plastic and into the styrofoam just a little bit. And then you just take it. I'm going to try and find something. I'll use a toothpick. The toothpick will work. Birch. Toothpick. You take it, pretend like that is where you cut it, and boom, and it just snaps. Now, if you want to keep the Mylar in place, just so you can fold it in half to put it away, easier. The nice thing about this is these are flat to store, so you can store them in the back of a closet over the winter, you know, wherever. I mean, when there isn't hot air and stuff coming through this window, these get stored. See that space? Oops, that space right there. That space. Oh, this is so hard. Anyway, between my oven and my my stainless steel refrigerator is a space about this wide, and so I store these two in there. So it works really great. But let me go show you how far this one piece went. Now this piece cost me about $8.67 or 68 cents. So I got this one, and then we're going to go over here. And this other really hot window, this is a south window, and on the other side of this, it's like the pit of hell. It is so hot out there because that is cement out there. That's the driveway, and there is an east and a south wall, lots of reflected heat. This actually gets almost as hot, if not hotter, than that kitchen does. I'm considering getting a piece for this, but it's still up in the air. I'm actually pretty comfortable. Here is the one that I got the other day. And like I said, these are 4 feet by 8 feet, and I could not get it into my car, so I had to cut it in 3 places. I decided to cut it in half, and then I didn't want like 4 separate pieces. I wanted the Mylar intact, so I only cut it partway through on these and snapped it, and I didn't take the knife and cut through the Mylar like I did on the center here, which is, I had to do that. I might have figured out some way to do it otherwise, but I didn't want to make too many cuts. It worked out perfect. But then in the morning, I get up, that's in the window, I close these drapes before the sun comes up, and this stays much cooler in here. Wonder what the temperature is in here right now. It is 77 degrees in here right now. I consider that a win, considering it was 77 degrees outside this morning at 4 a.m. That's when it gets hot outside, I'm getting up really early because I usually open the house wide open, you know, so that air can come in wherever I need it to come in, and I put the fans in the doors and windows, and yeah, I do that. The air conditioner does not come on until I have to have it on, and right now, I'm not sitting very well. Right now, it's just a floor air conditioner. It's actually a pretty nice one. A friend has loaned me for the last 2 summers, and I am in his debt. Thank you, Jimmy Hansen. Yeah, he actually has an AC heating and air conditioning business here in Portland, and has been doing it for a long time, and I am blessed to have him and his wife as neighbors and friends. So anyway, yeah, so that's what I use. And then, like I said, I've got fans, and I'm staying pretty comfortable. Is it as cool as I like it in here? Not really, but I am not sweltering hot. Might have a little extra rosy in my cheeks, but that never hurt anybody, right? So again, this little Redneck solution, it may not be pretty, but it works. I hope that it will help you. I do have one other tip on what you can use this for that I think you might find interesting too. So I hope that you haven't gone away yet. I hope that everybody stayed. anyhow, it is that this stuff works really good to insulate inside cold frames if you live in a really cold area. Now they have inch to inch and a half. I don't know, they might have 2 inch on this stuff, but this stuff is really good. There's some that has a higher R rating that you can use. All kinds of different things. I mean, I love going into hardware stores and home stores and stuff like that because there's so many things that you can use so many things for, and that's kind of where I live. Is I like to use things for something other than what they're normally used for. So this little inspiration has spurred another tip for you guys. So I hope that if you need something like this for the coming winter, that maybe you'll remember this insulation board and check it out. It really does work out well. They also have insulation in rolls that you can use as well. So that works out pretty cool too. So however you need it, please consider doing that because you could save yourself some good little plants. I tend to garden on the edge sometimes with plants. They're ones that are marginally hardy here. So I've tried just about everything to keep them alive. So anyway, I hope this helps you guys. I hope that you are keeping cool, and if you're in the heat zone, I really hope that you are safe, all of you actually, because I know there's some storms going on out in the east, and you are all in my prayers. And I thank you so much for spending time with me here on this Sunday afternoon. It is a blessing to be a part of the YouTube community and to have you be my subscribers here. If you use this idea, please let me know. You can post pictures on the community tab, by the way, here. I also have an Instagram, and that's probably the best way. You could email me pictures too, I guess, because I have my email. You can't get to my email on a phone though. You have to be on a tablet, a laptop, or a regular computer. Yeah, YouTube needs to catch up with that one. I don't know why they don't have it for phones. Anyhow, that's the way it is. So I hope this has helped. I'm going to not keep you any longer. It's already been almost 13 minutes. And I'm going to say good night. You guys have a good one. God bless. And we'll see you next time. This is Patty the Tinkerer's wife. Bye.